It's good to have you on. Does the committee have enough evidence to impeach at this point? And just, you know, the idea that, I mean, look at how far we've come. Now we've got an admission that it was Chinese money going into it. You just have to believe it was a loan repayment.
Yeah, I mean, I made the statement the other night. My brother didn't like it because I was just joking. But I said, I loaned my brother $50 2 years ago, and I still haven't seen it. I mean, this is ridiculous. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars that this company, there's a company loaning James Biden money. And, because that's what companies do. They just loan people money.
Sure. Who
happen to be the vice president's brother. And it was stated, Mervyn Yan, I'm reading this here, said the Bidens had no experience in energy and infrastructure sectors and wasn't sure why they were brought to the table. This is for another investment. This is just ongoing. You got $20 million that flowed through this crime family. And the thing that bugs me about it really is the whole thing. It's what they got Capone on. They never show where they paid any dadgum taxes on this stuff. And it just like there's two systems of justice in the country. Here's Trump, who goes to a bank and borrows money and pays it back with interest. And the bankers say that he did the right thing. He paid them back. They made money on the deal, which is what they're supposed to do. And yet this clown court up in New York finds him guilty for some trumped up charges. I mean, this thing is just, I know it. The American
country is, it's terrifying.
Election day. And that's why we got this kind of ice cream machine in the White House right now as the most in the world.
Congressman, let me get to this. I want to get to the transcript of Hunter Biden's deposition. It appears that Hunter fell into a trap, and it appears likely inadvertently acknowledged that his father was the big guy. I mean, that's when you look at this in the context of it, it's clear. The term used, the big guy, the term used in a 2017 email with his business partner, James Gillier, who was pitching business with the CCP-backed Chinese energy firm, CEFC. Congressman Jim Jordan asking, the reference to the big guy, you would agree, is a reference to your father. Hunter says, I truly don't know what the hell James was talking about. All I know is that what actually happened, all I know is that what was executed in the agreement, and the agreement didn't have anything to do with my father. Jordan follows up with, if that's the case, though, why is Gillier drafting something like that in regards to 10% for the big guy? And this is where it gets interesting. Hunter just responds with, because I think that it was just, as Rob Walker said, I think that it was pie in the sky. Joe Biden's out of the office. Maybe we'll be able to get him involved. Remember, again, is that Joe Biden, for the first time in 48 years, is not an elected official and is not seeking office. And so James is probably like, wow, wouldn't it be great if a former vice president could be in our business together? So all of that is given out under the just presumption that, Joe Biden is the big guy, and he's trying to explain away why the big guy would be getting 10%. But in that, he admits who the big guy is. But again, it just shows you how we've moved along. All these things they used to deny, now they acknowledge. Now the truth is over here. The truth used to be here, and it just keeps getting further and further away as they move these goalposts.
Absolutely. Originally, he said they never discussed business. And then he said, my son never involved me in his business. We know that wasn't true because he handed the phone to him. I was in there for at least part of that questioning by Jim Jordan. It was masterful. I couldn't keep going, but after he got there, I was like, man, I'm glad Jim Jordan's running this part of the show, because him and Jamie Comer, they delivered on this, I believe. Even though the national media says nothing's there, they just keep saying that. They keep stating a lie. And it's just so obvious to me, to everyone else. I talk to lawyers all the time. I talk to bankers. I talk to all these other people. And they talk about these reports, these warnings and things, just how rare they actually are. And literally, they had hundreds of these type of things that happened. And then they ran this money in a circuitous route. It was pretty lame how they did it, but they did it, and they laundered it. Because, you and I both have 22 shell corporations that we run money to. I mean, it's 20 bank accounts.
I have a hard time remembering all the names of my shell companies. It's tough. I actually had to write them down. I think I got them in my phone. Congressman,
I have a $1,000 portfolio. My buddy Tommy Siler and mutual fund, and he went about 6%. So I'm a little disappointed.
Congressman, we got to leave it there. Good to see you as always. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, brother. Have a great weekend. Keep putting the truth out there.
Will do. Thank you, sir.